guys, and welcome back to my vegan foundation series. My name's Nicole. I am best known online as Vegan Beauty Girl, and this week we are doing a foundation series. So every day this week I'm reviewing a different vegan and cruelty-free foundation, and today's foundation is the PUR 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Powder Foundation. I wasn't too sure what the 4-in-1 was of this, so I did a quick search, and it is that it has SPF 15 in it. It's a foundation and a concealer and a powder. So I'm going to be testing this out as those three different products. I'm not going to be using any additional concealer or powder. I've already got the foundation on, but I will put a clip of me applying it and giving you feedback as I do later on in this video. So this foundation costs £29, which is quite a lot. I'm actually not even sure how to pronounce the brand name. I think it's PUR, it could be PUR, but it's PUR, PUR. But their makeup is all really focused around having skincare benefits built into it as well. So with long-term use of like a foundation of theirs, you should see benefits to your skin. And I think it's really great that they marry the two there. Shade range wise, I have the light shade of this foundation. I would say it matches my skin very well. But this foundation range of theirs only has 11 shades, which really is not enough. But they do have a different foundation range, which is called Love Your Selfie, and that has 100 shades. It's not something that I've been able to get shade matched to yet. It's not a product I have, and now that we're in lockdown, I'm only reviewing the products that I actually have. But no, I'm really loving the finish. I don't often go for fuller coverage products just because I find that they just don't sit nicely on my skin, or over the day, because I've got quite oily skin. My skin can really mess with foundations, and I like the more like au naturel look, but a light layer of this still feels very au naturel. So obviously you can still see my skin texture here, but it's not very red at all. Other things to note about this product is that yes, it has SPF 15. It is vegan, of course. Everything on this channel is vegan. It's also a gluten-free product, so if you're looking for a gluten-free foundation, this may be a product for you. So we're going to go back in time first. I'm going to put on this foundation, and then after that we're going to go forward in time and see how this looks after a few hours. So I was actually gifted this foundation and I never really fell in love with it. I think it's just a bit too full coverage for me maybe. And I don't remember liking the way it felt on my skin. I think it felt a bit heavy for me as well. I do like that it has a mirror here. That is always helpful. Let's start off by seeing how it covers up that spot. Do you know what? I actually quite like the finish of this. I haven't really put any on my nose. I don't like putting makeup on my nose. I just have such huge pores on my nose. I just always find that foundation, whatever foundation it'll be, will always just come out weird there. And it's fine, I'll just blush over it and it'll look cute. Yeah, this is actually really nice and full coverage. It doesn't feel heavy right now. I feel like maybe I could have layered it up a bit more, but I'm really happy with this coverage. It does look very airbrushed. I don't feel like I look like I'm wearing foundation. I just look like I've got better skin. Oh, I'm actually really impressed with this. I don't know, I'm wondering if it will start to feel and look cakey soon. And it is a 4-in-1, so it's got SPF 15, it's a foundation, it's a concealer and a powder. So I'm not going to put any additional powder on or any additional concealer on just because they're calling it a 4-in-1 product, so I'm going to test it as a 4-in-1 product. But yeah, actually I'm really impressed with this and I might dig it back out. I might start using this a bit regularly. I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup and then I'll catch up with you guys. Do you know what? I am just really actually very impressed with this foundation. I'm really curious to see how it wears throughout the day. Just because I do remember not liking this foundation, but maybe I just went a bit too heavy with it. Maybe I wasn't like putting on correctly. Maybe I was using like a beauty blender or something. They do recommend using circular strokes of a brush, so that's how best to apply this. I would say it was really quick for me to apply my makeup using this powder because it covered so many bases. I thought it was actually really quick to get ready. I was a bit confused. I was like, what am I missing? So I was really happy with that. I'm curious to see how this lasts in a few hours and how it feels on my skin. I feel like it will probably feel a bit heavier than what I'm used to because I wear such lightweight foundations every day. But I am quite enjoying this fuller coverage. I feel like I look flawless. I did really like it earlier, but I do feel like it is starting to cake a little bit. And also in hindsight, especially today, it's really quite warm and sunny. I would have put on some extra powder to set it in place. I don't feel like it was enough, and maybe that would have stopped it kind of getting this kind of cakey effect. For the most part, it's still really lovely, especially from a distance, but I do want to come back up and like kind of just blend it out a bit more. I feel like it just looked flawless earlier and now it's just kind of like not. but I still think it's given me a really gorgeous finish. It's got a bit of a glow to it. It's not a full coverage matte foundation, which is quite nice, but yeah, I just can't be dealing with any of the cakiness, and I feel like it's kind of lost a bit of coverage too. I feel really around here, like I understand here I've got a few spots, and it was just that the spots were kind of showing through, but it wasn't anything too bad. But around here is where I feel like I can kind of see it caking. Can you guys see? I don't really like getting that close to the camera, guys. Not feeling that cute. Interesting. I think if your skin's not very oily, this would be a really good foundation. So yeah, as far as this goes, I'm definitely failing it on being a 4-in-1. I feel like you did need a powder alongside it. But as far as like concealing goes, I think under my eye does still look really quite good. So I'm quite happy with that. I don't know, I'm still a little undecided on this. I don't know, I still just find it a little bit cakey, just the tiniest bit cakey. And I just don't like that. I would wear it again if I wanted like really good coverage and I didn't think people would get too close to me, or if I could take out a blending brush with me for the day and kind of like check up on it. I feel like that is all it needs, and then it looks good again. And I still think that the coverage is so beautiful. I really think my skin looks amazing, and I think it's only because I'm being hypercritical as well. I actually don't think that if you were stood opposite me you would think I look cakey at all. I think it is just because I'm getting really up close and really looking at it. So it's so difficult. As far as high coverage foundations goes, this is one of my preferred ones. I've seen my skin look a lot worse after using high coverage foundations, especially on a sunny day like today. So I think mixing this with a powder and maybe not wearing it on a really long day, I would wear it again. I would wear it again. Okay, so I've asked my sister what she thought about my foundation, and she said when I first came downstairs earlier she thought that my skin looked really nice, so that's quite cool. She says it's a bit much for just being around the house, but that's lockdown. But she has agreed with me that it's gotten a bit cakey around like where I get greasy, so here and here is where it's gotten a little bit cakey. I'm not really sure what to do about that though, because that's kind of like my greasier areas, so that's where I typically get more spots, need more coverage, so it's quite frustrating that. I just don't know, just because of the cakiness on the oily parts, I'm just a little bit, it's just a weird texture. It's very minor cakiness as well, that's the thing. But if you really hate cakiness, avoid it. If you don't mind a little bit, if you feel like you can get to it and spread it out a little bit, maybe it's foundation for you, because I do genuinely think the rest of my skin looks lovely. And for high coverage, which I don't normally like, it's really nice. I can feel it a bit on my skin, particularly like on the greasy areas, like on my top lip and around here. I feel like I can feel it on my skin, and that kind of adds to the cakey-ish thing. Yeah. Hope you guys found this helpful. Well, I understand if you are none the wiser about whether or not you want to buy this foundation. I can only apologise, but I'm undecided. But yeah, hope you guys have found this helpful. Please do subscribe. I will be reviewing foundations all week, and if you guys are really enjoying it and want to put in any more suggestions on foundations to review, I'll do that as soon as I can out of lockdown really. So let me know how you're finding this. Let me know your thoughts on this product if you've used it. And yeah, until next time, bye.